Hey guys, it's Bradu. I'm back for what is hopefully, potentially, the conclusion to Lottery of the Lost. The Gauntlet for Shadowdark out of Unnatural Selection. So, as we left off, we had our Skurrid character who was crawling through a tunnel. Our Shadow Elf, I believe, had abandoned the others to die against the rats and was starting to crawl through the tunnel as well. We're going to now leave those. And I decided I had. So we lost all the other characters. We lost quite a few. Oh, here's one. Gnome. The turtle was a statue. I think he's probably a goner too. Turtle. Shalonian. Um, so another part. So four characters can come in. I've got four characters left. We've got two alive. And I kind of thought what might be neat is to have them be a separate party, like as if they joined. So they've got a torch, and they're going to start out discovering the room down the corridor that we didn't go. That gives us a chance to explore everything. So they went to the south, whereas the other group went to the north and to the east. So, here's what happens. They come to this giant corridor. The corridor leads to this giant room that opens up. They've got a torch lit. Who should be carrying the torch? It would be, let's see, did I start my torch? I need to start my torch. I'm using simdark.net for the torch. It is set to randomly go off between 40 and 60 minutes. Our torch bearer will be the troll. No, he does not want to carry a torch. How about the risen, who has a club? And I like his, I thought this was a good risen character. He's like a pirate. A pirate. So, they come in, and they come into this dark, big, huge cavern with tons of webbing. And I think the smart thing to do is going to be to light some of the webbing on fire. And this brings out, they start to hear a clicking sound. Click, 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 click. Our characters are like this. These are my two front. And suddenly coming into view, coming down this web. Well, for one thing, I want to check something. We're going to say that there are that there's a 50-50 chance that the web they burned has a spider in it. So on a high roll, there's yes, a spider. 18. Yes, there is a spider. So they hear this click, 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 and then they hear a boom. Like, so it's like, what the heck was that? And then they hear another click, 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 and it comes from a different web, and it seems to be coming out to their. These can be our webs. These can be our webs. So this web we burned, and this web here, he comes over here. I'm gonna roll initiative, and this is kind of an important initiative because I read what happens. So black, of course, is the bad guys. Blue is the good guys. Rut-row. Rut-row, Ruby. All right, so here we go. So the Silverian is in a safe spot. But this spider jumps out of the web. It's clicking, clicking. And I'm going to roll, who does he go next to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, let's do this. 1, 2, oh boy. 1, oh boy. 1, 2. How do I do this? I don't want this to be real bad, and it could be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6 is going to be somehow they get to the back. 4. So I said 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, that's real bad. Click, 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 click. This thing self-detonates and explodes. And I don't know, what is it? Poison? Doesn't say. And something gets all over the place. And the troll and the elf need to make saves. It's a DC 14 dex save. Troll has a -1. 18! He's safe. Sorry if you can't see that. It is an 18. And the forest elf has a dex +1. 13, 14. Oh man. So they both are able to dodge out of the way, and this explodes in a small space because it's a smallish spider. But they get the feeling that would have been really bad if something. So now we're going to take the torch and burn this web, and we hear more clicking. And I'm going to say somebody's going to yell out, spread out, spread out. So we're going to spread them out. I think that's a smart thing to do in the spaces that we've got. So now I've got another spider coming up. Click, click, click. And again, we're going to roll initiative. Bad guys. Oh, man. Spider wins again. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Troll. The troll already had to make a save, and he's not very dexterous. This spider comes right next to him and explodes. And he makes his save again, even with a -1. That's awesome. Spider explodes. He jumps back, knowing what's going to happen because they already saw it. That was really incredibly lucky. I want to see something. I'm super out of focus. Can I get into focus by... It worked. I can't figure out why it goes out of focus. So we were really lucky there. So webs are burning, which is clearing up space for us to come further into the cavern. And we find more webs. Tread carefully. There could be more of those spiders. We burn more webs. And strangely enough, we don't hear any more clicking. Maybe that was all of them. And let's see what we got here. Inside the... Oh no. Somewhere in the webbing that burned down, a body came down, and it looks a lot like this fella. Because it's a male forest elf. This is a female, but... and on his person, is a short sword. A really nice short sword. Do we have a short sword wielder? Probably I like the troll with a club. Probably the Risen would wield the short sword, I think. All right, we'll take that. Oh, whoops. There we go. So it's going to be a +3 for D6 +1. If I got that right. And discovered gear 1 item on the body. Ooh. It's a problem. Sorry, I'm doing this with no pausing or whatever, so you get to see everything. 11. A rusty dagger. We might not even need the rusty dagger. I think everybody's got the... I'll give the elf a second dagger because that way he's got one to throw. But... And also in the dead elf's pack, a palm-sized stone piece that has grasped a pair of hands engraved on top. I'll have to remember that one. I'm not gonna... Well, yeah. Stone piece with palms. Okay. I think that's the only stone piece we've found, right? So, what's going to happen now? They are going to now travel back up to the room. They'll get to the... This is going to be weird. They will get to the room where the obelisk was with a halfling. There's our halfling that was supposed to be reaching. And... and a turtle statue are at the obelisk. And they come up and there's all these colors. All these, what were they? Glyphs on the obelisk. So we already know what that is if you watched the previous episodes, because the other group did this, and each glyph activates something. Now I'm gonna say, given that they find, I blew this last time, but they see the halfling statue reaching up towards the white glyph, and they also see the turtle reaching up towards the white glyph, and they are both made of stone or petrified at this point. We're going to go intelligence check for the highest intelligence character in the group, which is going to be our tree folk, our Silverin. He's going, something isn't quite right here. What is going on? I'm going to give him an easy check, so a 9, and he's got a +1 to do it. Intelligence check to understand that that white glyph is dangerous. 15, so he makes it. He would have even made normal, which I was kind of tempted to do. I personally, as a human being, that's the player, I missed that clue. So here's the real key. It doesn't say anything about the obelisks, whether they can only be pressed once, whether a character can go around pressing as many as they want. That was my call, that each character just got to press one glyph. And I think what I'm going to do here is say, once the glyphs are pressed, are they deactivated for a certain amount of time? Because that's kind of how I ruled it prior. So we're going to say that these guys, I'm going to say 50-50. On a high roll, they can touch glyphs. And on a low roll, if they touch the glyphs, nothing happens. A low roll is no but. No but. So also, it's worthy of note that this is where... No, never mind. It's not where, is it? It's only where the turtle was. What's going on? Oh, yeah. There's a little section. Okay, so... what happens here? We can't touch the glyphs, or we go around touching the glyphs and nothing happens, is essentially what happens. Now they're going to continue on to the east, which is going to get them pretty close to catching up to the other party. There's a smallish room that's 3 by 4 squares, so pretty darn small. Wish I had a little tile for it, because I wouldn't even use this whole thing. The question here is, are the rats still here? Because what is in this section is all these dead bodies that the rats were chewing on. I think all 4 of them died here. So, put that away. Decided the Risen has the torch. So, they come in. I don't think I want the rats here, but I feel like there should be a chance. So let's do this. Because the rats were in here, I'm going to make it another random encounter check. So on a 1 or a 2, we'll say the rats are still here. Otherwise, they've moved on. Oh, cacti. Oh, crap. Son of a bitch. They're going to die. At least they don't have the lights on. So the rats are here gnawing on the dragonborn and the tiefling. Because I don't think they want to eat the goo or the mushroom. Well, mushroom might not be so bad. So they are preoccupied and eating. shoot, what do we do here? I don't think we can just risk trying to just sneak on by. And I don't think we want to do combat unless we have to. So, is there something we can use to bar things? Let's take a peek at what we've got. We've got a pole, grappling hook, a torch. Oof. We do have one more torch. That would do it, but I don't want to risk losing the torch. That seems dangerous. You're not supposed to check your character sheets in Shadowdark. That's not totally true. Oh, how about caltrops? This is really funny, but the Silverin got caltrops, 2 sets of caltrops. So they're going to go ahead and crawl through the little hole where the trap's already been set off, and by the other group, and we're going to leave caltrops. I guess first what we have to do, I'm getting ahead of myself here. He's out here. Over here somewhere, this will be our tunnel. This will be our tunnel. So rats are eating here. We're going to try to sneak around and get to that little tunnel to crawl through. And I think it's going to be, we're going to try a stealth check. We do have a torch. So that would cause them to potentially notice, but I think we're going to try a group stealth check. Let's try that. Let's do a group stealth check. Easy because they're eating and they're not really needing more. So we need a 9, but I will use the lowest dex. The troll has a -1, and there's a lot of character sheets to track. Oh no. The Risen and Silverin both are -2. So I need a 9, but I have a -2. Yuck. 18. Okay, so they sneak by. The rats keep eating. The bad news is, if the rats weren't here, we could have got a whole bunch of gear, which probably would have been helpful. But I think we don't want to fuck with these rats. Pardon me. So here we go. So we're going to crawl through. The Risen is going to go first with the torch. Boom, boom. Actually, I liked the troll second, huh? Risen troll. And the Silverin, when he goes through, he's going to drop the caltrops at the end to try to keep the rats from wanting to come through here. And they're crawling through the tunnel, crawling through the tunnel. Now we need to pick up with the other group. So what's going to happen here? We've got our other group who were already in here. The rat was already through. So I'm going to do a little. So the rat was already through. I got to see what happens. So the rat got through first. The drow is in the tunnel. And I haven't looked at what this section is, what this room even is. Okay, so he has a torch too, apparently. I don't even remember if he did. Did he have a torch? I don't have time to go back and check my video. I don't know that he did. So I'm going to say it's dark for him. So he comes into this, he comes through and all he knows is it's dark. He can feel the solid granite floor beneath him, and that's all he knows. What does he have? Does he have a torch or anything? If he does, he can light a torch, but I don't think he does. Got a little bit lost track of my stuff. He does not have a torch. Okay, so here's what happens. So he goes in, and all he's going to do is sit there, because he doesn't know anything about where he is. So he gets through the hole, and it's just dark, and it's kind of windy. He feels wind. He can't hear anything, I don't think. Um, and so he's just gonna park himself there. And after a while, he starts to hear a noise through the tunnel. And he just came through the tunnel, and his buddies were back there, right? Yeah, his buddies that he bailed on. They both did. Hey, survival. So he goes, "What? Who's that? Who's there? Is somebody there?" And he's just hoping it's not, the rats or something. And so the dark elf says, "Yeah, it's me, the elf, the dark elf, the drow." "Oh, okay, cool." So they're whispering, and they're like, "What happened back there? The rats killed everyone else," which is true, but actually he bailed on them before they were dead. So he's kind of lying in a sense. And do you have a torch? Do you have a torch? No, I don't have a torch. I don't think the Shadow Elf has a whole bunch of stuff. Bone, flint, and steel. And they did have... Did they have a piece of leather? He's got the wand. He's also got the mask. Do they have a piece of leather? Do they have clothing? I'm going to say they can tear off a piece of clothing to try to light a torch. Actually, you know what? That's not a rule. So let's not do that. They're just sitting tight, and they're just kind of waiting and not really sure what to do. Um, they could say, well, we could wait a while and then go back and hope the rats are gone and get more gear from our buddies. But I think what's going to happen in the meantime, sorry, I'm really struggling through this one for a video with no pauses. But this is how solo play goes. So you're trying to interpret how things would go. So they're sitting out here, and eventually they notice some light coming from the tunnel, and he's gonna look down there, and sure enough, he's seeing this guy crawl through with this torch. Here he comes, and the whole crew, and they're like, "Who are you guys? Are you dangerous?" "No, we were thrown in here too. We're lottery winners." So we have our crew, and I gotta see where they are. And now they have a torch. So what they can see is there's a huge chasm. So I'm gonna try and show you. We've seen all of this so far, and there's our chasm. So they're right here on this platform. Okay, and it says the ceiling is too high for torchlight to even reach how high it is. The chasm is too deep to reach to know how deep it is with the torch. There is a bridge made of granite. It is pretty windy. What does that mean? Okay. Here we go. We've got to make our move. I'm going to pause it so I can set this up. Alrighty, so I set up the little thing here. So this is the platform. Behind these guys, that way, is where they crawled out of the little tunnel. So they're all sitting on this platform. All of this is the big crevasse, chasm. They have their pleasantries here, and rather than go into all that, I'm just going to say, obviously, they decide to work together to try to survive this. What I haven't done in a long time is a random encounter check, so we're going to roll one. Only on a 1 do we have a random encounter. No random encounter. So, we're going to set up kind of an order that makes sense. We're going to start crossing the bridge. And the wind is picking up. The wind seems to be coming from the chasm. The wind kind of picks up. And let's see what happens. I'm going to have to make a roll here. 1 to 3 is bad. 6 is okay. As the wind picks up, the torch kind of flickers, And somebody yells, "Cover the torch! Try to block it!" So do I have something to block it with? Not really, probably. Nope. Rope. He's got a short sword. What does the troll have? Anything? I gotta get mine. I got mom. They're all over the sheets now. Nope. He does have a torch, so that's good. Now there's not much we can do except use their, kind of their hands or something. So there's not a whole lot we can do there. So we're gonna cross. I think probably what happens is they don't even see anything, but they hear this little clink, 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 and something's sitting right in front of them. And then clink, 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 another one. Using my eraser there, and I have to roll 2d4s. One there and one there. So this one's going to be that. Okay. So here we come. We're crossing, we're crossing, we're crossing. I guess we can go all the way across. Do we do anything about that? Yeah, let's see what they do. I'm going to roll. I'm going to do something weird because I know what that is. They might not. Let's make it an intelligence check for the Sylvarin, who's kind of smart at least. Easy. Or I mean normal. 12. Oh, nat 1. Nat 1 is bad. So nat 1 means... I think nat 1 means they don't realize what this is and somebody picks it up. Who's going to pick it up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh boy. So he's going to pick it up. And they're crossing and they're crossing. And right about here, I think we have to roll again for the wind. Bad news. Right about here, the torch goes out. And then we're going to roll initiative. Good guys get initiative. So that's good. They hear some rustling from behind these pillar things. And they know something is going down. And let's see here. We got to light another torch. Somebody had a torch. It is the troll. Great. He says, "I don't want this thing." He doesn't like fire, right? So he goes, "Here's another one." And he's going to hand it over to the risen guy who's right next to him. And somebody's going to have to help him, I think, light it. Who has what? Somebody has something. He doesn't have anything. Who does? Somebody does. I just looked. No? No. Oh, Jesus. Oh, there we go. The shadow elf has the stuff. So he's going to light another torch. The elf, he'll kind of come up and help out, so he'll trade places here. And they're going to try to light the torch the risen is. Actually, let's do the risen. He's got to roll it. 15, I think. 2. Definitely not. This is horrible news. So he's going to come up here and be on the ready, I guess. We're in darkness, so we don't know what the heck's going on yet. So when he gets here and he gets here, they're gonna get attacked. But because there's Creevers here hiding behind each pillar. But I think, how do I even do that? I guess that's their whole thing, because does anybody else do anything? Probably not really. He came up to help. That's what he did. He tried to light the torch and then moved up. That's what he did. He would continue coming up. They would all continue coming up. This is bad news. Bad news. Bad news. And somebody yells out, "We've got company. There's enemies up here." I don't remember if they would have got Creevers. Okay. God. What could even happen? I guess once they realize they're right next to somebody, they would attack at disadvantage, though. That's what's going to happen. So the Risen's going to attack here. It's got that short sword. That's not even a D20. I was like, yes, I might hit. 14 is going to hit anyway, right? Where's the other die? Crap. I'm blind. No, they're both right there. Jesus. 18 hits. Okay. So the 14 hits. And I think that might... Oh, they're tough, aren't they? Son of a gun. They are. They're tough. So he does have that short sword. So he does D6 plus 1 damage. 4 damage. The troll is going to attack the other one. Disadvantage. He's got a club, I think. 8. And it's not going to hit. Come up here. We got to fight. I think the question is, do we realize now that they threw these things? And this is a grenade. It's a grenade. And I feel like we would. But, alright, so the Shadow Elf's going to go around this. He's going to feel around the pillar and try to attack here. Miss. We gotta light the damn torch. This guy's going to step up and say, "Give me that torch." Because he's going to try to light it. The rat is going to come around here and try to attack at disadvantage in the dark. 8 misses. And the Silveran, I'm going to give him another intelligence check. And I think this one's easy because I think now he knows that there were enemies there and that they threw these things. 20. He does know. So I rolled a nat 1 with him and then a 20. That always happens. So he's going to throw it down the chasm. And I think he's also going to go back and get the other one and throw it down the chasm. Can he do that? I think so. Okay. Oh, would he be able to find it? I'm going to have to do a dex check for that. He's carrying one. Nah, he's not going to go get the other one. That's what's going to happen. He's not going to go get the other one, but now he knows it's a grenade, or he suspects something and says, "I think those were grenades. We want to get away." Okay, now it's the Creever's turn. So they're going to attack at advantage. This one will attack the Risen, who attacked him first. Nat 20. Oh, I should have rolled a luck token. Long ago. I think he's dead. I know what I need to do. He's dead. He only had 1 hit point and 8 HP. So he goes down. Risen's dead. Unless, does he have, what is his ability? I think he, like, stays alive even at 0 hit points. Is that true? Risen. At 0 hit points, you remain active, but are still dying. Someone else must stabilize you. You die early if you take your full HP of damage again. So he could be stabilized. So he's not dead. He's still walking. Okay, so he's not dead. He doesn't have a torch because the torch isn't lit. And this guy's like, how come you didn't die? And this guy's going to attack the troll at advantage. 17 hits for D. What do they do? 4? No, D6. 6. So the troll is dead. And I can't luck token that. Troll's dead. Boo! This is going rather poorly. What's going to happen now? We still need to light the torch. This guy's going to try to light the torch. He needs 15. 2. I'm luck tokening it. 7. Used his damn luck token. Alright. And the Risen's dead unless he does something about it. And he might be able to. Okay, it's still our turn. I'm going to try something. I'm going to hand the torch and stuff over. He said, I can't get this. Can you get it? So we're going to try here. The Silveran's going to try. 17. He gets it. Okay, we finally get the torch lit. Now this the tree is holding the torch. Don't let it burn you. You're made of wood. Risen is dying. What can I do? I gotta think fast here. He's gonna die if he doesn't do anything about it. Right? If he gets attacked again, I guess. Shadow Elf has some pretty cool stuff he doesn't know what to do with. He's just gonna... We gotta attack. Now that he can see, they're gonna gang up. That's what we're gonna do. We gotta get this guy dead. So we're gonna gang up on this guy. 17 hits. And he's got a D4, I bet. Yep, D4. Only 2 damage. Risen is going to attack. Got that short sword. That's gonna be a... Is that a hit? He's got a +3, I think. Yeah, he's got a +3. D6 +1. Big roll. Ugh. That is not a big roll. Rat. Scurried. Miss. He went. So that's everybody, right? Oh boy. I forgot to do what I was going to do. Oh well. So I've got the torch lit. And we're going to see what these Creevers do. I feel like this is not Super awesome. Hmm. He is. This one is now left alone. So he's going to come running around here and try to tackle. He's going to try to tackle the light bearer. DC 12 strength for the. I think it's for the Silverin, not for the Creever. 10. Ooh, I don't think he's got a +2. That sucks. He does not have a +2. What the heck? Oh. He does not have a +2. There's no way. So I'm screwed. So he is going to drop the light source. And on a drop, it doesn't necessarily go out, right? He drops it over here. And then I need to roll a mishap or something. On a 1 it goes out. On a 2 it probably something bad happens. On a 2 I bet. I think there's a. I think I'll use the makeshift light thing. That's not the right thing to do. Oh man. The oil drips and burns 1 point of damage. No, I already dropped it, so that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. On a 2, does it go out? I guess not. I think it's only on a 1, right? Okay, so it looks like a light mishap only happens on a 1. So he dropped the torch, and it's sitting there. Now where are we? That guy went. This guy's going to attack. Would he attack the Risen that he already attacked? Probably. We'll go 1 through 4, 5, 6. 4. He attacks the Risen. Not at advantage this time. 6 might miss. I think it's going to miss. I've got an 8. But I don't think he's got a +2. I think he's a +1. That's funny. God dang it. Too much to go through here. +3. Oh, he does. He kills it. So he goes down. Dang. That's bad. He's dead. This is going very poor. Very poor. That's it. That's the nature of it, right? And I don't think I'm going to replace these guys. Alright, here's what we're doing. Gosh darn it. I'm not going to pick up the torch. I don't think I even need to. We're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. These two guys are going to work together to try to push him over the edge. I'm going to do a contested check of they get advantage because they're working together. And he's I'll let him use Dex or Strength. His Dex is actually a +2. So he gets a 15. Uh-oh. I shouldn't have let him use Dex. But he would. He's because he can wiggle away. And let's see. This is going to be the Silverin, and this is going to be the other guy. Oh no. I didn't get either of them. We're gonna luck token this one. Nope, he already used his luck token. We're gonna luck token this one. No! Son of a bitch. He survives. I liked the idea though. And he's not near the thing, so I don't think I can do that. So Rat's gonna attack. Nope. He's gonna pick up the short sword and attack. Nope. This is futile. My efforts are futile. everybody went. Should have picked up the torch. I will, because if he doesn't pick up the torch, that would be a free action. If he doesn't pick up the torch, he's just going to throw the torch over the edge like an asshole. Okay, so I'll pick up the torch, and as a free action, oh, my torch is about to go out, but it's not. I never reset it again, so it doesn't really matter because I won't get that far anyway. So this guy is again going to try to attack the torch, which means I have to roll a DC 12 strength check, or he drops it again, I guess. And I missed it again, same roll. And he drops it again, and there's a possible mishap. And there is a mishap. This time there is a mishap. And what is it? It's a D6 chart. So funny. 5 was falling rocks, mud, leaves, or ash cover the light source. Okay, there could be stuff like that. DC 12 dex to protect it. So something falls from the sky. The wind. The wind starts to blow. He doesn't get to protect it. The light goes out again, and we are screwed. Can we even relight a torch at this point? I don't even know, man. And this guy now has advantage to attack the rat. 10. I think that's going to hit because my ACs are pretty low. Yep, his AC is an 8, and he has 1 hit point, so he's dead. Rat's dead. This is just going to be TPK. Oh, he has a DR6. I don't remember what happened there. DR6, so he rolls a D6. 4, so he takes no damage. Sweet. Glad I took a note of that. Okay. It's our turn. These guys are again going to work together and try and get him out of there. We got to kill this guy. Got to throw him overboard. Here we go. Roll them all together. 19. He rolled a 3. Oh, they're in darkness. He wouldn't get advantage, but they would get disadvantage, right? So he's worse. Well, actually, nat 1. Oh, no! And 15. So they still get it. So the Silverin grabs him and throws him over. On a nat 1, he trips. And we've got a freaking thing down here. So I'm going to say he has to make a dex save. I'll make it easy, but he has to make a dex save to not fall down. 14. Whew. Okay, so he realizes he's right next to the edge, and he goes, whoa! And he backs up and backs stays on the ledge. This guy who picked up the short sword, he's got the short sword. He's going to attack that little guy at disadvantage. Because of the dang dark. 7 and 4 misses. The rat. I guess I'm just attacking, which isn't smart, but misses. This guy now is down a partner, and he's outnumbered. He's going to make a morale check. 3. He is running for it, and I don't know exactly what's coming, so I think he runs back this way somehow. Okay, we're in total darkness. Do I still have 4 characters though? I guess I do. I guess I do have 4 characters. Okay, what the heck do we do now? Okay, so I forgot about this. There's a grenade sitting here on the bridge, and it's gonna go off. It should have gone off probably 1 turn ago or so, because had rolled a 4 rounds till it goes off. And the question is, now I'm playing like this, but the question is, are they close enough? I think these two guys are going to be safe, and I think these two guys, I think what I'll do is give them a dex save to see, because this is kind of abstract. We could have said it went here, we could have said it went here, we could have said that this battle moved back here. I forgot for them to worry about the grenade, even though they knew it was a grenade. So they probably would have moved away. So what I'm going to do is give them a dex save at normal. And if they make the save, they were smart enough or quick enough to get away. And maybe, actually, I'll do that for all. No, just for those two. Because these two guys were in here further away. Okay, so dex save for the forest elf. 5. He misses, and he's already used his thing. Silverin, come on. 19. So the Silverin scoots back here, but this guy gets grenaded, and he's dead. Jesus. Well, forgot about that. That's not great. So my party is now down to 3. I'm going to pick up all their gear, which I don't quite know what it is yet. Do I have another torch? I don't know that I do. Oh, I do. I have one more torch that the troll had. And he died in this battle. So this is our last torch, though. We don't have trouble lighting the torch now. So who's going to take the torch? I think maybe the rat, because the wood guy doesn't want it, and the guy who needs the darkness doesn't want it. And the Risen's out. And they've got some cool stuff. So he's out. So there's my party that's going to proceed. And where are we at? I don't even know. Oh, discovered. Oh, man. So one Creever fell down the chasm and one ran. So we don't get any of their stuff. All right. So our heroes have a lit torch. Heroes have a lit torch. They wind their way through a tunnel, and they come to this opening, and there is a huge raised stone dais. Dais? Is that how you say that? D-A-I-S? Dais. I should know that word. There is a big closed door there. This is concealed, so you don't see that. As they look at the dais, there are slots, and in one of them is a tower engraved piece. Now, we found an engraved piece, didn't we? Oh, yeah, shaking hands. Yep. And there's a pile of rubble and stuff over here, so I think we're first going to go over here and check out the rubble. We're just going to shift through, and we find some cool stuff. What do we find? We find a palm-sized stone piece that has a gauntlet engraved on it. Interesting. And 2 things out of the gear table. So those are a D12. We find a broken club, bowring, and oh no. And a 1. 1 is bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Shadowy guy. Bitten by a venomous spider. D12 con or die. DC 12 con, sorry. DC 12 con. Here you go, buddy. 9. Just dead. Right? His con is definitely not a +3. It is a +1. His con. So he's digging through and he goes, ah! He does not turn into Spider-Man. Dead. Wow. Well, our last 2 guys. We have the Silverin and the Gurid. Is that what it is? They're going to go up to the dais. They just pulled, they just found a gauntlet piece. A palm-sized stone piece that has a gauntlet engraved on it. I think it's pretty obvious that those go into the slots. And they also have another one that's shaking hands, so they each put one thing into the slots. And as they do that, they start to hear a sound. And they look over in this corner, and from this section, they see something huge and terrifying, and we'll find out what it is next time. So this wasn't the last one. Oh well.